I didn't make any money for the first 6 months. Let that sink in for a bit. Failure is normal. Making money overnight is a myth. Working hard to make money is the truth. So in this video, what I want to talk about is my KDP failure story at the start, how it was for me and how I actually got into making good money, right? So let's get into it. Right, so today I'm going to talk about my story. So hopefully it can resonate to you if you're going through this journey at the moment. If not, then you might want to watch it just if you want to watch it. So basically, when I first started Amazon KDP was just back in 2021, I believe. I started this journey because there was a need for me to leave my 9-to-5 job because I hated it. I literally hated it. And I'm still in that job right now. Well, I'm in a job right now, which is a 9-to-5 job, but the job that I was doing, I hated it. So yeah, that was something that had to be done because I was sitting there on the desk and at that time it was COVID as well, and I was working from home. And I was very isolated in a room, in a flat that we used to live in with me and my wife. And I didn't have a kid. I did have a child then, actually, 2021, and he was 1 year old. And it was just not working. And I thought I need to do something. So I started looking online, looking for things. I even just random Googled search. Oh, let me look for something, new jobs, or, something, basically looking for a job. Came across working as an Amazon delivery driver. I had to do something because I just hated what I was doing. Then I came across something called Amazon KDP and it was intriguing. It was something that I was looking into then. So if within that week, I looked into it. I even actually took 3 days off from my job that I hated as sick leave because I was basically said I was mentally not in the right place. I just basically said that just to take time to look into Amazon KDP, right? So then I saw these guys, Mickelson twins, they were doing something about books and the ad was quite hooky. It was quite intriguing. So I looked into that. I actually bought that course. It was £2,000 actually. I bought that course and I thought, look, I've spent money now on this course. Let me get into it. Let me make sure that, I've spent money and make it work. So what then I started to do is I started to look at how I was going to go about this. I started to wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, used to do breathing exercises in the morning, and then I just used to do the course. Basically, there was modules on there and there was a course. And I went through it. So I got a few nuggets out of it, some nice things that I use to this day, but basically just to learn the basics of Amazon KDP. Now, you guys might think, oh, why didn't you just go on Amazon or on YouTube and just look at other YouTubers? Yes, correct. I should have done that. But at that time, I was naive. I didn't know. And now it's something that I don't regret because it's something that I learned a lot from that course. So fast forward a couple of weeks, couple of months now, I did the course, finished the course, and I was ready to publish books. Now, I started doing notebooks, very simple books, started doing the niche research, which we learned from the course. And I'm not selling the course, by the way, because I do not recommend that course at all to anyone. It's just the way I felt. It was something that I shouldn't have done, but I did it. And I've kind of learned stuff from it. So that was number one failure, actually. Buying a course, which was so expensive, where all the stuff that was on the course, I could have learned on YouTube, which was probably already on there. So that was failure number one, actually. And I lost money there. Then books in some of my videos before that I didn't make any money for the first 6 months. Let that sink in for a bit. I did not make any money for 6 months, right? So that is a failure for sure, for me, right? If you guys are in your journey right now and have done 3 months and you've made no sales and nothing's happening for you, do not quit. Carry on. That's my advice. And this is where I am right now. I carried on. I thought, do you know what? I'm in this for the long run. There was a goal for me at the end, was to quit my job. Okay, fine. Circumstances have changed at the moment because I need to have a 9-to-5 because I've got a lot of expenses to go out. School fees for kids, mortgages, etc. So that's something for a different time. So yeah, that's how I didn't make any money for the first 6 months. Imagine that. Spent £2,000 on a course, made no money. And at that point I was like, nah, this is not working. I should. A lot of people would have done that, but no, I carried on, right? I carried on and went on and on. Then I think I was in Cornwall, family holiday, and I was checking my phone. I was just checking my phone and I was checking the reports basically. And at that point, you just have to go into the reports and check, I didn't have KDP Champ at that moment where it alerts you of any sales. Checked it, and there was a royalty of £2.44, right? So I was like, okay, something's happened here. So I went on to my book that got sold. That book is now, I've unpublished that because the quality of that book I felt wasn't good enough when I went through. But it made some sales for me then. So that was my first sale of my 6 months or however long it was going through. So that's my first sale. I was like, wow, this is something that's actually, I've made something from this, you know? So then what happened was I carried on. I looked online, worked on Amazon KDP, looked at more YouTube videos. So as a supplementary to the course I did, I looked at more YouTube videos, carried on. And then what happened was 7th, 8th, 9th, the royalties started to increase. Yeah. So it went from September to just $2.44 to then October, $50. November, just bear in mind, this is 2021, yeah? November, 110. December now, 320. So there was something happening, right? So where I thought I had a failure from the first 6 months, it started to become a success. I lost money in terms of the course that I bought. Yeah. Then came to 2022. I then went on, and it then snowballed. It's then a snowball effect. So if you are at this point where I want to quit this, I don't want to, do not, please, just don't. Just carry on. It will happen for you. This is how it is, right? If you do something long enough, if you have that habit of going on and being religiously doing it, you will succeed. Trust me on this one. Just believe me, right? You can see from my December. December was a massive month, right? Nearly $25,000, guys, right? And I'm a small publisher here. Imagine the people that are doing hundreds and thousands per month. There's so many people out there. Sky is the limit with this business, guys. Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to give you that update. It's not an update, but it's just kind of another motivational video in terms of my story and how it started for me. It started literally as a failure. As you can see from this thumbnail, it was a failure story. But then then it snowballed into a success. So guys, that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed. Any questions again, put them in the comments below. Like, subscribe, as you wish. Have a great day.